Hello and welcome to a basic millinery techniques video. My name is Ilona, I'm a milliner based in London, and today I'm going to show you how to stiffen a felt with a chemical stiffener for millinery. On my DIY plaster hat block video, Wayne from the Haberdashery project asked, "No one has done a proper video on stiffening yet, so I would love to see one. It's a very important step for budding milliners." Hello Wayne, thank you for leaving me a comment, and I agree with you, this is a very important step. Of course I can show you how to do it. If you have a request for a video, leave me a comment below. Please also consider subscribing, as this helps my videos reach more people. Let's jump straight in. For stiffening a felt with a chemical stiffener, you will need gloves to protect your hands, a mask or respirator to protect your airways, and an apron to protect your clothes. A chemical stiffener, obviously, a small glass jar, a paintbrush, a Poupée head covered in cling film, your felt hood, and a small pin. I shall be using a chemical stiffener called Futrex from a company based in Belgium called Carina. This is not a sponsored video. Your stiffener may be different. Always refer to the instructions and safety precautions that come with your stiffener. If in doubt, contact the manufacturers for further details. You can also request a safety data sheet which will tell you more about the ingredients. To apply the stiffener, I am using a 2.5 cm paintbrush. I've trimmed the length of the bristles down to 3 cm. This makes it easier to apply the stiffener sparingly. I've also labelled it so that I know it's my stiffening brush. For this demonstration, I am using a lilac-coloured wool felt. See how soft it is now? Stick around to the end of the video to see how stiff I can get it. The first thing you want to do is to turn your felt inside out. Always apply stiffener to the inside of a felt. Then pop in the pin. This will help you know where you started so that you don't over or under stiffen areas. Pull the felt over your Poupée head. Make sure the surface you are working on is protected, and be sure to protect yourself by putting on an apron, a mask, and gloves. You'll notice that I'm sitting outside. This is because you need to work in a well-ventilated space when using chemicals. Open the stiffener bottle and decant some stiffener into your glass jar. This is done to prevent contamination of your main stiffener supply, as some felts will emit excess dye and fibre into the stiffener liquid as you redip your paintbrush in and out. For this medium-sized wool felt cone, I ended up using about 80 milliliters of stiffener in total. Next, soak your paintbrush in the jar of decanted stiffener. Then, smoosh it against the inside throat of the jar to get rid of the excess. Start at the top of your felt. I'm making sure to align my starting point with my pin. Gently dab, 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 and then apply pressure to the paintbrush and, in circular motions, work the stiffener into the felt. You'll notice that the stiffener glistens a little bit, but the more you work it in, the less it will glisten. When it stops glistening, that's when you know it's made its way into the felt fibres. Dip in your paintbrush, smoosh off the excess, and go again. I'm referring to my pin as my starting point, and I'm going to spiral my way down the cone. Let's talk a little bit about chemical stiffeners. This particular one I'm using is a combination of polyvinyl acetate and plasticizers which are dissolved in methanol solvent. Many other stiffeners on the market use acetone as a solvent. Acetone is great as a nail polish remover, but not so great for hatting, as it is known for producing yellowing discoloration on materials. But you do have to be careful with methanol. It is toxic, flammable, and volatile, hence all the safety gear. Once you've reached your pin, you've covered the whole of the felt. This application has taken me just over 20 minutes. You may notice that your felt has become a little darker. That's just where the stiffener has worked its way into the fibres. Take the pin out and leave it to dry on your Poupée. I'm also leaving my paintbrush to dry. I'm not going to bother cleaning it, as this is a solvent-based stiffener. This means that when I need to use my paintbrush again, I can just let it soak in the stiffener, just like we did at the start of the process, and it will soften and come back to life. If you have the chemical stiffener left over in your glass jar, don't pour it back into your main supply. Make sure you seal and label this jar and just use it up next time when you need it. Mine took an hour and a half to dry outside on a mild British day. I'm feeling it all over to double check that it is hard. In this instance, I did a pretty good job. But if I felt a soft spot, I would get my gloves on and brush on a little bit more stiffener in the areas that I missed. Don't forget to turn your felt back the right side up after the stiffener has dried. You need to make sure your felt is fully dry before steaming and blocking. If you don't let it dry, you risk white marks appearing on it, and I don't know of any successful way of getting rid of them. And that's it! That's all there is to stiffening. Just make sure you follow all the safety advice. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe. This really helps me grow and reach a larger audience. For more hat-related content, you can follow me on Instagram @Ilona Millinery. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time. Bye. And tell us why the videos are so delayed. Is it because of you? Yes, it is, my darling. You delay all the videos because you are so small. Oh, yes. You catch the little feather. You catch it. Yes. Oh, it's bath time. Oh, no, it's playtime. No, it's food time. Okay, we go feed you now.